situation today and what I feel, it has changed. Now, first of all, I must tell you very honestly, I haven't in contact with any of the coronavirus patient. I haven't talked with any person who's related or having a symptom of coronavirus. So all these things are for my own preparation for the future. I mean that how I'm going to deal with the people who coming out of the hospital, or somebody who feels he can have coronavirus now also. And what is the change? What I see that at present the focus has changed from the disease symptom. It's like not the disease but the survival. So the globally what I observe now, observing that, so the topic is that the understanding of depressive patients in the mental state, patient's mental state. What I'm observing for the last 2 weeks, or especially last 1 month, there are many psychiatrists are coming on our national channels, newspaper are with the topic that the people are going to suffer very soon, or they are already in the depressive states, or slowly is growing among the population. It's like is going to be a deep issue more than this coronavirus itself. So by observation for the last 1 month, listening to the people, my patient who are calling me, so it means that I have prepared a topic for the apprehension, worried about the people in general, all around the globe. It's not about India. It can be applicable to any country, anyone who has suffered from this deadly virus, or those who are staying inside home due to lockdown by government, or self-isolation or quarantine. So the treatment is how we can help by homeopathy, using mind rubrics and prescribing from medicine. What I have been observing, another thing is that in India, there is a growing concern in homeopaths that we want to help the people. We want to work in hospital, which practically is not possible that as a homeopath, we can enter into the hospital and work with the coronavirus patient directly. Nobody will allow, and also we don't have a secured guidelines. Also in my clinic, I cannot offer anybody that you have a symptom to come to my clinic without the government's permission, or I have to be prepared my clinic fully like this. But there is a growing concern that the first thing has started exactly 2 months ago, that the Ayush department has started giving one remedy, arsenic, as we all know, and it is so popular among the whole population in India. Many people, they call me that shall we take this medicine or not? And the arsenic was suggested by Ayush as a preventive only. It has nothing to do with that after the virus happened, after you get coronavirus, then what to do. Anyway, because we are human, anything which at this present state, yoga, meditation, whatever somebody suggests, we are ready to do it. So people are ready to do it. They have no knowledge how to proceed. They have no idea what to do and what not to do. They are doing themselves also in India at home, taking herbal medicine, Ayurveda. All these issues are going on and going on. So I'm trying to keep myself separate as my own knowledge with homeopathy, my work so far, 32 years in practice. So I'm facing the same situation that the dear one patient, they are asking me, can I take arsenic? The first thing. First, I thought I ignored it. I did not answer them. I said, I'm not recommending arsenic. If you really need something, you can talk with me on phone, and probably I will select a medicine for you and you can take from the pharmacy. And I also I started telling them, please don't go to the pharmacy, because in India, it is very possible that you can call any homeopathic pharmacy and you can get arsenic in the bulk and you can gulp it for whole life, no problem. We are not so controlled. Our pharmacies are not so controlled like allopathic pharmacy where you need prescription. In homeopathy, you can get the medicine as you like it and from wherever you like it in India. No, there is no control. So anybody can go and say, give me the whole arsenic bottle, he will give it. So I think we are 130 million people, and out of 130 million people, I don't know how much to count, but maybe 1% or 0.5% of the people have taken arsenic by themselves, by homeopathic dispensaries, just by name. They don't know what actually this remedy can do or cannot do. So my first task was to teach people, to tell them, I'm not against arsenic, but please go to your doctor, ask them, please. And also I was talking with my students, my friends, colleagues, please don't recommend arsenic immediately. Otherwise we are finished. Just like we are finished, only one medicine, homeopathy, is finished. It means that arsenic is the only source for us, and we are finished. So practically, I see that now the government is not giving any attention to us because they feel we are finished. We only have one answer, arsenic. So they are neglecting now us. And they are looking forward for Ayurvedic because they have many, many options. So in one way, we are, by giving the one name of the remedy by other person, 3%, there are 10%, 50%, 50 homeopath. They started to give one remedy, one name, without any scientific evidence in the laboratory or any science. This is my opinion. So what happened that we have limited ourselves, so we have created a limitation. So when a patient is calling me directly, I try to tell them that we have around maybe 5,000 remedies, and out of this, one is yours. So my opinion was that I should grow homeopathy, not to limit with 1 or 2 remedies. This I started to do, and I'm still doing it. I'm not giving I haven't given anybody, to my family, to myself, or any friend, anybody, any dose of arsenic. Yes, if a patient from the past who had come to me 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, was still my patient, and he has taken arsenic from me according to my observation. And if he calls me and he says, oh, I came to you 5 years ago, do you remember me? And if I remember that, yes, I gave him 2 years ago, 5 years ago, arsenic. And I asked him why you called me, and he said, because I heard that arsenic is a very good remedy. Do you want me to give arsenic, or I need arsenic? No, my patient is naive. He's credulous. He doesn't know what homeopathy is. He has no idea. And he is, in India particularly, people are listening from each other and they are jumping on the idea very easily. It means that if you ask a person to stand on his head for 10 hours and you never get coronavirus, they will do it. They stand on their head for 10 hours thinking that they will not suffer from coronavirus, they will do it. So anything, any source, any means is welcome at this present state. If the people are saying use turmeric in the milk, they are using the turmeric in the milk for 3 times a day. Even the government or the Ayurvedic says only 1 time. So this is what is happening around the globe now. That is the one situation. So I think that 1.5 years ago, month, when I'm going to the CCRH website, I saw that they have started to give arsenic because in 2009 they have given arsenic for influenza, and they think the symptoms, physical symptoms, are really matched. So friend, the today's situation, what is the today's situation? Today's situation is somehow shifting toward the mental frame. People are not too worried. Okay, there are chances that I get a call from a patient who has some fever, little cough or little cold, he gets panic. Oh, I have a cough, what shall I do? What shall I do? Shall I go to the hospital? They don't want to go to the hospital because of isolation, quarantine, ventilation. They have a fear to go to the hospital also. And so this kind of panic state is there, and I'm preparing myself how to deal with them. It means that if a patient is going to call me after 1 month, after 6 months, I have to be ready with my weapons, my tools, that how to help them. So the first thing is that I'm not thinking about the physical symptom. We know that physical symptoms can be very easily to learn from a patient who's coming with a symptom. But I have some feeling which I have been observing, that what are the possibilities at this stage of when the people are locked down, business are going down, economy is worse, we are not going to travel, we are not going to meet the families. persistent sadness is slowly is growing up, hopelessness, because now we are in the third stage of lockdown in India. After first stage of lockdown, people were thinking, okay, after the first stage of lockdown, there is a hope, there is no lockdown further. But then the Prime Minister announced the second lockdown. So what happened after the okay. So they have a hope that there is going to be no further lockdown. Now we have third lockdown. People going very hopeless. Oh, third lockdown. They were not prepared. So slowly, a feeling of worthlessness. What I'm doing? I mean that this is one of the conditions for me. When I was sitting in the third lockdown 1 week ago, I told to myself, what is this life? I mean that I could have done in this 1 month a lot of things. I could have traveled. I could have seen many patients. I haven't seen any because my clinic is locked and only I'm getting the patient on phone. So a feeling came. This is a feeling. It's not a symptom. It's a feeling came, worthlessness, helpless. I cannot go out. I'm helpless. My patients are calling me. I'm helpless. I can't help them. Anxiety, agitation, desire to cry often, weep or shriek, poor memory, change in sleep pattern, increase or decrease of appetite and weight, lack of energy, lack of motivation, suicidal thought. These are all the symptoms now we are going to see or already we are seeing in the patient. Yesterday evening, I have a lady and she's was able to manage myself with my diet plan, and I'm telling people about the diet plan. And I was sure that after second lockdown, everything will be okay. I will go and join my my work. I could not. I asked her, why have you called me? She said, I have called you because I'm getting agitated unnecessarily. I'm shouting at my family member. I want to join my work. I don't know what to do in this situation. Please bring me out of this situation. I'm stuck. I feel stuck. I don't know what to do in this situation. I'm weeping. I want to come out of this situation. That's why she said, I'm calling you. I'm not worried about coronavirus. But these symptoms are growing on now in me. Only yesterday. And then she said that there is a big industrialist who called her to know that what he can do as a diet for his worker in the industry. And then she said, talk to Dr. Sehgal, perhaps he can also help your workers in this state. Because this is the state, from pandemic, we are going to the mandemic. It's like mindemic. So we are going into the state where our mind is getting epidemic, not the physical body is getting any symptoms. So that is now the survival factor. Today at present, I'm starting this journey with the survival factor in work, job, and business. We are standing here now. You can talk to any person today who is fit to do work, who was doing work, who had a lot of business, who had a lot of contacts, who was a public servant, who have socialization, how they feel today. The life. I have chosen a very good rubrics which we can use very easily without any complication. And I'm going to work on these rubrics now. The first thing is that we always have a rubric that what first feeling is. The first feeling is bed aversion to. It's very particular and very simple rubric which you can find in the repertory, bed aversion to. Something what happened, we try to find something very technical things. For me, it's very easy. Open the repertory, choose the least complicated thing in the life of a person is, I don't want to stay in this position anymore. I want to go out of the bed now. Now, what is a bed? Bed is a place of resting or a secure zone. Now the people are not feeling so secure and they don't feel to be in this situation anymore. We have 17 medicines. Arsenic is there. Just have a look, arsenic is there. So it means that if I have to give arsenic, I will not just give arsenic because somebody suggested me. You suggested me. I'm a doctor. I'm a qualified doctor. I have my own studies. If I have to give arsenic, I will ask the patient, do you have bad aversion to? Yes. And how you have bad aversion means, okay, one of the option for giving arsenic. The patient who has a bad aversion, how we understand that arsenic will say, see, my patient is not, he doesn't know this rubric bad aversion to. Never. He will not come and say, Dr. Sehgal, I'm in the rubric bad aversion to, give me arsenic. No way. So we have to ask the patient, what do you feel at present? You are sitting at home for the last 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What is going on inside you, in the mind, in the feeling? So what is the interpretation? After becoming sick, a patient does not wish to stay in one situation. He needs to move around and not to be in the bed. Now he wants to move out, go out to do the business, to do something. And he doesn't like this because the situation is what in the last line, I wish to move out of the situation. So the last line of this slide is very important. I wish to move out of the situation. Now, please, friend, mind here, the rubric is bed aversion, not aggravation. Don't please understand it as an aggravation. There is no aggravation in it. It is only, I don't like now. At present, I don't like now to be in the bed. I want to go away from this. Maybe after 1 year, I like this situation again. But today, no way I like this situation. So we can use also another remedies like aconite, calcarea, camphor. So the remedies which I can choose from 17 also. Another thing which I see in my colleagues when I'm talking with the patient, they have indifference to their personal appearance. This is another state is happening. You see the people are growing because they cannot go to the barber. That is the one thing. They cannot go to the beauty parlor. They don't know. That is their helplessness. They want to go to the barber, have nice clothes. But today the situation is only for one remedy, only for one, not the whole materia medica, only for sulfur. Now, if a patient of sulfur is there, you ask, what have you done? What are you doing at home? He said that I haven't washed anything. I'm just wearing the same shirt for the last 10 days. I have not combed. I have not even shaved. I'm just staying like this as usual. So only one patient, not the whole. So I would choose sulfur. I will not give arsenic. Now the rubric is coming defined. Why I have choose this rubric? This is my observation. I have not dealt with any patient like this, but I could deal with the patient who are protesting now against the government to open the lockdown, let them go out. They don't worry about any authority. Like in India, if I talk about India, there are many people who are breaking the law, who are breaking the lockdown. They don't care. They are fighting with the police. They are arguing with the police because they say what is defiant? Defiant means against the authority. It means there are 12 remedies who doesn't want to agree with coronavirus. So like in Sweden, I got this idea from USA, from Germany, from other countries, from Europe. People in India haven't started yet protesting against the government, but they are somehow inside. They are like inside they are feeling bad about it, but they are not coming on the street like in Europe. And also in the Sweden, like in Stockholm, I heard, they are moving around. They are moving around and they want to defeat the coronavirus by not staying inside. They are keeping the social distance, but they are going to the cafeteria. They are showing the world that they are not worried. They are sensible. They are sensitive towards the issue, but they are not going to be ruled by the coronavirus in their life. Now, this situation is called for the people who are defiant. So maybe in the Stockholm, you see that 50,000 and 60,000 people are under this rubric, 12 rubric, but arsenic is not there. So what to do? We cannot give arsenic in Stockholm or in Sweden, or the people who want to come out of this situation. They want to break down the law. They don't want to live under this situation of coronavirus. So defined state is here. And Naxwamika, Sepia, Sina, Aconite, Arnica. Why? We never think Arnica at this time, but I would also think about Arnica. How I can think Arnica at this time without any physical energy, only on the mental frame of the patient? I can even think Arnica. If Arnica is there and he is living alone, the first thing is that for the Arnica is that she is a burden. If Arnica is staying in the home with somebody, Arnica likes freedom. If Arnica is an old person, especially old person who are suffering, because we are too worried about the old people, 60, 70-year-old, whom the government is too much worried. And if an Arnica lady or a man who is 60 or 70, and they have to be forcibly has to stay with their family, with their daughter, with their son, they hate this situation. They never like to be the burden on the family member Arnica. Arnica has a very strong ego. And they will say that they will ask the God, please give me the strength. I can stay alone. So you will find that the Arnica people are very strong at this time, and they will, even if they suffer, they will never like to be burden on anybody. So this way also we can think about the remedies out of the context, that only these remedies are good and this is not good remedy. So I can use Aconite also. But Aconite is the one remedy out of this 12 who is very strong and defiant. He will say that I have to see that I will not stay with like this. So those who are protesting in the street, they are shouting against the government. We have to come out. We cannot stay like this. I will go to the restaurant. Let me see what the virus can do me. This is Aconite picture. In my practice, I will say, oh, if somebody is talking like this, okay, he is Aconite person. So for example, I get a call. I ask the person, how are you coping with this situation in the last 40 days? And the person say that, to be honest with you, doctor, I'm not taking this situation very kindly. I'm really against it. And sometimes I break the rules. I go out, I walk around in the market. Sometimes also they feel that it's not that they are not worried that the coronavirus can hit them. They know it can hit them. They can suffer, but they cannot like to be hidden, or they don't like to be that coronavirus is there. Oh, so I have to be like this. No, this is not the state of Aconite. So Aconite is not the fearful person, and arsenic is no way defined. Okay, my friend, this is the one of the rubric for today's situation. Delusion as if seized. I think the golden rubric for me. I would use this rubric for many patients who are going to come phosphorus, ISMS, Cantharis. Now the people seized. Seized means that I'm still capable of doing many things, but my situation, this coronavirus, is not allowing me to move. I can do. I have capability, but I have no power to do it because of the lockdown. I have to stay inside the house. So I'm feeling helpless. So friend, if I put helpless with phosphorus, if I put delusion sees as if and the rubric helpless in this situation, if I put the rubric helpless, many of us in this rubric helplessness, many, even I am maybe in the helpless. So my friend, out of the three remedies, Cantharis, Hyoscyamus and phosphorus, we have to add this rubric helplessness, and we get only phosphorus. The golden remedy for this state is phosphorus. Even if it is genus epidemic or somebody says phosphorus is very good for the coronavirus, I agree, because this is my choice also. But I will talk with the patient of phosphorus. Okay, what do you think? I'm very helpless because I could do many things. I feel seized. It's not allowing me to go out. So please be clear with the word seized. Seized is the word which makes you idle. It's like you have an engine, but there is no oil in it. So you feel seized. It means that the patient says, I think I have the mind, but I'm not able to think about it because I'm so confused. So my mind is seized. I'm not able to get the idea. So when your mind is seized, you are not able to get the idea. You are not able to think. So what phosphorus likes? Phosphorus likes light desire. Phosphorus is a very good remedy for the light. He needs light. He needs focus. He needs attention. He needs to be mesmerized. So there are so many information you can get just by talking 5 minutes to the patient, and you will say, okay, come to my clinic, I give you the remedy. But never tell the remedy to the patient. This is the golden rule also. I never do it. I never tell the remedy to the patient. So keep the phosphorus idea with you, but don't give to the patient. Then there is two remedies, Cantharis and Hyoscyamus. Cantharis hubris now you can use. Doctor, I don't know what to do in this situation. The whole day I think that how I'm going to come out of this situation. What will happen? I curse the God. God, what have you done? From where this coronavirus? I curse the coronavirus. So bad. Now, when a patient is talking to you like this, you can use the rubric delirium, crying for help, and only Cantharis is there with the seized and cursing and blasphemy. Cantharis maybe in the religious countries, religious states, in my religious cities, there are Cantharis now Cantharis who have no regard for the God. They are cursing the God to giving such a virus, destroy the whole business, destroy the whole market, keeping them home. And if you give consolation, if you try to console Cantharis, he will shout at you. He will hell with the God. How can, this is the God which has given us this problem. How the God? So he is the one who has a cursing, blasphemy against the God. So you will find that the only Cantharis people who are calling you and messaging you what the kind of problem the God has given to us. I'm so cursing every day and night, I'm cursing the God. Think about Cantharis. Then we have Hyoscyamus. Hyoscyamus likes to do business. Hyoscyamus likes, but he's very scary. He is feeling seized, but Hyoscyamus is only in this group who will blame China. Okay, in the lighter way, I tell you. There are people who are going to blame China for this coronavirus, maybe many of us also. So Hyoscyamus is only in the group in the rubric delusion wrong has suffered only because of China. And they are always saying that one day the China has to suffer like this. Now China is enjoying and we are suffering. China has opened the market. I'm the sufferer. Because they are suffering, they feel seized, Hyoscyamus. See, only one rubric, add only one rubric. You don't have to see the whole with 50 rubric, Canthari 50 rubric, phosphorus 50 rubric, thirst, this thirst, no thirst, dry cough, no dry cough, finish. Just see one rubric, talk with the patient 5 minutes, you know that delusion wrong has suffered because the patient start Hyoscyamus immediately start what the hell China has done to us. I wish that I should go to the China and give everybody the same problem. They have this tendency, Hyoscyamus only, because there is a rubric with Hyoscyamus, delusion injured from the surroundings. Delusion injury. So from where the coronavirus is coming? From the surroundings. So we have three remedies actually, Hyoscyamus, Lachesis and Naya. I will come later on these three remedies and differentiation. I'm giving you the quick differentiation so that you can save your time in the clinic and you should reach to the direct rubric immediately without waste any time. Next, now, the next part is very important. The first rubric is amusement desire. These two people are suffering very badly, Lachesis and Peppermint. Now I see that there are many people in Europe, in Sweden. I see only in the picture. because we don't have such a situation in India that people are going to the cafeteria, though they wish, but they are not there to come out of the situation. They are ordering the food from the restaurant, that is okay. But the people in Sweden,
יוגש נעלם.
אולי אפשר לבקש שהוא יתחבר מחדש?
אני מחכה שהוא יתחבר מחדש, אני אמרתי לו, אני מחכה. הוא יודע שהוא נעלם והוא מנסה להתחבר.
אתה מקליט את
אני מקליט, כן.
המפגש הזה? יופי, תודה.
Okay, so I'm back. Are you there?
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. So I'm back. Okay, let me share the screen again. So friends, maybe I went outside for amusement. So it's good to go sometime outside also. Now, when I wonder that why the people like to go outside, what for? So amusement desire, it means it's a wish. Desire is a wish. They cannot stay. Legacies cannot stay in the house. If there is a legacies, and simply you ask the patient, at present in this situation, if I give you the freedom, what will you like to do? He said, doctor, if you ask me my wish, I will ask the God, I will ask the doctor, I will ask the government, please give me half an hour, 1 hour to go out. I would like to see the things outside. So it is very good for the lachesis to remain out. So if I have to prescribe lachesis, I have 100 confirmatory symptoms. But to add 1 drop of more confirmatory is that, are you staying inside or outside? If the lachesis patient says, I'm inside watching TV, it cannot be lachesis. Sure, 100%. If you give 99 rubrics, 99% you can say he's arsenic, left side, everything is okay, miasmatic way, everything. But to add, I only add one thing. Are you watching TV or you like go outside? If he says, I like that, I should go outside and watch the people. I'm very inquisitive. Okay, then I confirm, okay, you are lachesis. So the pipermet is here. The paper metallicum is which has a rubric fear of suffering. He only comes. Papermet says, I want to do the amusement. Your internet connection is unstable. Okay. So the papermet is the one who likes to go out, but he fears the suffering and stay inside. He is not like lachesis. Lachesis is the one who has fear of poison, and the papermet is one who has a problem with the fear of. So he is the one who likes to stay very stable, not to move out.
אני פספסתי, על מה הוא מדבר? Which remedy is he talking? Lachesis and?
Lachesis, I only choose when he like. I think. Please mute the. Yeah, thank you. Because we are not going to answer. I'm not going to answer now. In between, I will do it later on in the last part. Please, thank you for bearing with me. Next rubric is amusement averse to. So there are people who has a desire, but there are people who has averse, like sulfur. Have you ever chosen sulfur for amusement averse? Sulfur doesn't like amusement. It's music. He doesn't like outside. What sulfur likes? If there is sulfur patient count, music. So if you ask sulfur what he likes, sulfur likes repose and tranquility and quietness. He likes to be in the bed, sleep for 2 hours in the sleep. So sulfur is the only one here. Music aggravation. Annoy tedium. Now you see here papermet is here. Annoy entertainment ameliorate. So what is the difference between papermet? What is the difference between papermet and lachesis? Lachesis like amusement, whereas papermet like entertainment ameliorate. He likes also entertain. So what papermet like? Papermet like to have a party, socialize, drinking, going to the traveling, all these things papermet like. Now these people, it's hard for them to stay inside. They wish that the moment the lockdown break, they go to the party. They are bored. They are bored inside. Papermet only. The papermet is the one who tells you that I want to go out and I'm missing my friend. I want to go to the party. I want to enjoy the drinks. I'm missing very hard. This is the papermet situation today. And you see the sulfur, as I told you, amusement aversion to sulfur and music aggravate. Sulfur doesn't like music at all and also amusement. Sulfur like peace, quiet, leave me alone for 1.5 hours. He doesn't like to talk with anybody. So in this state, if somebody is a sulfur in the hospital, suffering from coronavirus, in the isolation ward, what sulfur would like to do is, the sulfur is getting irritated, but he likes that, he doesn't like the company. For example, if they say, if sulfur is given a choice in the quarantine, in the isolation, and he's sick because of this mental stress, and if the sulfur is asked, do you like music? If you like some music or amusement, he will say no. Just let me alone in the peaceful atmosphere. Then you understand, okay, this is sulfur. Arsenic also likes this. But arsenic has no desire, no aggravation from anything. What arsenic likes is quiet wants to be, but not repose and tranquility. Only quiet. It means that if there is an arsenic patient in the isolation, in the quarantine, in the hospital, and you get a call to help a patient, and the doctor say, can I give arsenic to this person because arsenic is widely spread as a homeopathic remedy? I would say that what the patient is like now, what he wants. So if I hear from the hospital that the patient wants closed room, dark, not to be, nobody should come in the room. And if somebody enter into the room and talk in his room, he gets irritated. I can say, okay, sulfur can be given. But if the doctor says, the patient says, leave me alone for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, I don't want anybody, just peace and quiet, I will think of sulfur. So you see that how the people, and also if I get a call from the hospital and I ask what the patient wants, so I have to choose the remedy what my patient wants, not the remedy I choose for the patient. What is happening now? I want to give the remedy because I think this remedy is very good for the patient and he should take it. But if my patient wants, I don't want to hear this. I want to give him remedy. So I want to choose a remedy which patient wants, and I ask the patient, what do you like in this situation? For example, the patient says, asking to the hospital people to open the curtain, close the light in the room, but let the light come outside. I don't want anybody to disturb me. I'm drowsy. I don't want to be talked or disturbed. I will think of Gelsemium. So simple. So 5 minutes, it only hardly takes you 5 minutes to talk to an attendant of the patient, assistant of the patient, doctor of the patient, who is observing the patient, few symptoms, and decide the remedy on the spot, which is similar to the patient, and it will hit. To the patient, very nice. So the next rubric is coming here is shrieking for aid. This is what the patient wants. This rubric is also very, I have tried to observe all this rubric which I can use. Or for example, a patient calls you, doctor, at present I have no issue. I think I have enough energy. I don't have enough symptom. I have a little bit blood pressure problem, little bit, but I'm managing with allopathic medicine. Maybe I'm diabetic. I'm taking diabetic medicine also. Or I'm using something for my rheumatoid arthritis. I'm taking medicine. I have called you to ask you, do you have some medicine for coronavirus? Because I think that maybe my immunity because of my blood pressure, my diabetic, my rheumatoid arthritis has gone down. So maybe if you give me just little bit of arsenic, then maybe I will be completely complete. So you see that these people are only asking for little aid. They are not asking to give you a remedy for the whole immune system. They're only asking that 80%, I think my immune system is okay. But if you give me one remedy which is suggested by the whole issue, my immune system will get completely better. This word you have to understand and listen properly. So we have to train our ears for the proper listening to the words of the patient and not what I want to suggest to the patient. So if my ears are trained and tuned properly, what the patient is telling me now is very important. I will say, okay, he's in the rubric shrieking aid for. Most probably I will say, okay, a few things more, and I will say, Platina, I can give you. And there's a rubric also, discourage alternating with hope, or hopeful alternating with discourage. Kali Karv is the remedy. Hopeful alternating, discourage alternating with hope. So if we can also give Kali Karv. Kali Karv is a very good remedy because he gets discouraged very easily, but he keeps the hope alive. Hopeful alternating with despair. So there is a rubric, hopeful alternating with despair. I will write here. Hopeful. Very good rubric for Kali Karv. Only two remedies. I like this remedy, two remedies very well. Kali Karm and Aconite. You can choose constitutional aconite, whatever flu symptom. Aconite has flu symptom even. If you want aggressive aconite, they are hopeful, but then they get despair. Like, oh, I'm very hopeful. After second lockdown, I was very hopeful that the situation will be better. But now we are in the third lockdown and still the situation doesn't seem to be so good. So they become despair. But then the hope comes when they listen that the things are getting better in the other countries. So these two remedies, Kali Karm and Aconite, discourage. So, now you see here the little change. Kali Karm is still there, but not aconite. Discouraged, alternating with hope. Very good rubric in this situation. We are keeping hope, but alternating with discourage. Sometimes discouraged, and then I come to hope. Discouraged, hope. Discourage, hope. I see this is the golden rubrics we can use in this situation for Kali Karm, opium, Staph aureus. Like opium. So many days, so much my business has lost. I have lost too much. If this state will remain there, extravagance, fear of extravagance, opium. So many days I'm inside the house. I fear how many more days I have to stay in the house. Fear of extravagance. Only opium. You see, friends, it's very so easy to remember the rubric in the mind and make the quick combination. You don't have to keep in the mind that what rubric is this or what constitution. I just see, okay, if a patient simply says, doctor, it's too much now. 1 week, okay. Two week, okay. 4 week, okay. I don't know how long we have to stay like this. Simple line, listen, this simple line. How long I have to stay like this, more opium can be there. And the patient would say, in the beginning, I was very hopeful. Sometimes hope, okay, maybe the next week things will be better. But when the government says nothing, I get discouraged. Oh, nothing will happen. What to do? I become quiet. And so opium has a rubric, content and quiet. Content and quiet. He's a poor person who get content and quiet. So you see that you can add on the rubrics and you get the whole situation very clear. So I'm bringing in your focus more rubrics which are clearly visible in this state of situation of. So the next state and the change now. The change is new remedy here for you in this situation. Next remedy, Netramure. Netramure only, see, I'm giving you one rubric only so that you are not getting confused with so many rubrics and under medicine. Absorb, what would become of him? I have used the word seized before and now using the word absorbed. No, Netramure is absorbed. You cannot be absorbed. First thing you have to be very clear. You cannot be absorbed in two things. You can only be absorbed in one thing at a time, like one topic at a time. So, for example, Netramure calls you and you ask the Netramure if he's observing the things around. He's not. He is not observing the things around. Even when he's watching the TV is on, but he's absorbed in his own thought. He's only thinking that what would become of his fate, how he's going to come out of this situation, what has happened with him, only him, not with the family. So here, see, it is very clear here for you to see, Natarameor is not thinking about the family. Natarameor is not telling that I'm absorbed as what would become of my family, my children, this. He's only talking about him. Selfish. So the rubric gives you very clear indication when the word is coming him. Him means only me, nobody else. So you ask the Natarameor, are you worried about your family? He doesn't know about the family. Natarameor mother will provide the food to the children because it is necessary. Otherwise, she will also not give the food to the children. Natarameor and Sepia are the difference. Very big difference. Sepia is more take responsibility towards the family. Thinking about the family. Oh, my children, my son, he would be hungry. Let me cook something for him. Natarameor, on the other side, is so absorbed that he just do it because he has to do it. But no love, no affection. Because he cannot show, Sepia and Natarameor cannot show their affection. They don't know how to show the affection. They don't know how to show the love because of they are so absorbed. Remedy. इसमें देखो selfish selfish ego में देखो. So what is the problem with the Natarameor in this state? Weeping, pitied if he believes he is. You cannot show pittiness to the Natarameor. Natarameor doesn't like when he is absorbed. He should be careless. He should be polite. Somebody will polite. What can I do for you? Something I can do for you. No, Natarameor doesn't like this kind of things. He likes to be left alone. Let her only fight her own battle. Doesn't want to be involved with anything. He is doing the things. But you know, when she's cooking, when she's making something, she's making. And if you ask what you have cooked, she doesn't know what she has cooked. She just cooked. She doesn't know because she's absorbed in the thought. What would happen? So when the person is absorbed in the thought, she doesn't know what she has cooked, what she has eaten, who came in her room, who was sitting next to her, who was there in front of her. And you have to do with the Natarameor like this. Deep, there is no deep acting remedy or short acting remedy or acute remedy. At this stage, a patient is so absorbed, you cannot think whether it is a very deep absorbed or an acute absorbed. Absorbed is absorbed. So I would think about rubric absorbed. Next rubric which is coming close to the seized and absorbed is delusion that he is persecuted. 22 medicine. Now what is persecuted actually means? To be treated cruelly and unfairly, often because of their race or belief. Now at this stage, it is a growing idea. First we are feeling persecuted sometimes, like small countries who are suffering from coronavirus, very small. They may feel that the people are looking at them that they are bringing the problem or they are the problem. Or for example, in my country, 70% of the population is coming from the urban, from the rural area, sorry. They feel persecuted now. They feel that the government is only giving advantage to the rich people. The flights are operating for the rich people to bring back to India. They are giving 4-star hotel. And we are let down by only food, whole day with rice and dal. Nobody is taking care of us. We have to run. Oh, they are walking nearly 800 kilometers. They are walking on foot to reach their villages. They are not listening to anybody. They are feeling persecuted, but I'm not getting chance to reach them. But there are some people who are just lying down here in our street in the corner because they are from the construction company who let them abandon them and disappear. And now we are giving them food from the street, toys for the children. I asked them, I went to them and I asked one of the person of the 10 group, how you feel here alone on the street with the tents? You have school, so the school has given the permission, somehow we push them inside the school. They are feeling persecuted first by the contractor who gave them the money and left them. And then they feel persecuted by the government who is not giving attention because they are poor. They are only getting 2 times of food. And they say we are shattered. And the one of the leaders says, I have my small children and ladies with me. I cannot travel 1,500 kilometers by walk. It will take me 12 days or 14 days to reach my village. I'm ready to walk for 14 days. They are feeling persecuted. They don't know what is coronavirus. I asked them. I asked the leader, do you know what is coronavirus? He said, I don't know what is coronavirus. They say something has appeared in the air and it will harm us. He said, I prefer to die on the street rather than walk, rather than with coronavirus. I can go to my village and die on the road. They are feeling persecuted with the problem. They have not seen virus. They don't know the idea. No, my 70%, 80% of the population is coming from the rural area. They are going to homeopath. We have several homeopath in the rural area. I'm telling my colleagues, please take this rubric for them, 22 medicines. Ask the leader, what they want. And you see arsenic is here. Why don't we choose arsenic from here also? It means arsenic could be from these people who are million people. We have 70 million arsenic could be on the street. I don't know how many persecuted feeling arsenic. They are going to the home. They are not homesick, but they are worried about their future in the streets. They are dying. They are dying on the street, but they are feeling persecuted now. So it is just like by talking to the common people. When I go to the market, I talk with the low people who are walking in the street. I ask them, how you feel now? They have no mask. They have no sanitization. So our society is giving them sanitization, mask. They're not worried about the mask. They say, what the hell I do with the mask? I'm dying without food, without home, without shelter, without money. Let me die on the street. The hell with the mask. They are not worried about their safety now because they feel, so I can see their heat inside, anger inside them. You see that we have Staphylococcus aureus. See Staphylococcus aureus, see Ignatia, see Nux vomica. Staphylococcus aureus, inside they are burning. Injustice. They feel it is injustice to them. Why not I think about Staphylococcus aureus? I can think about Ignatia. They say, hell with this. Ignatia is very defiant. He doesn't argue with it. He can throw the mask on the street. Hell with the government. I'm fed up. I can die on the street. So I can calm them with Ignatia, but I cannot give them medicine and help them like this. They need actual need also. But I can understand that what is going on. So I have given you 3 words: absorbed, seized, persecuted. Please think of these 3 rubrics. Absorbed means only one topic and I'm totally engrossed in it. I cannot come out of this idea. Seized means I have a capability, but I'm not being used. I have no oil. So I'm feeling seized. Persecuted means I feel that it is like unfair for somebody to keep me at home. It's unfair. So sometimes I feel myself, when I try to see this rubric inside me also as a human. Do I feel persecuted? Ask yourself, sitting in the home, sitting on the sofa in the morning when you get up, do you feel persecuted by this problem because you are not able to do anything? What is this? This is a punishment. Sitting at home, you can do better for the society properly. This could be your rubric. You can find anybody from here. Even if you have taken long ago, 10 years ago, if you want to feel safety with you, immune system, and you say, oh, I have taken Lacasis 10 years ago. Lacasis is there, I'm feeling persecuted. Okay, take it Lacasis. It could be your remedy. Suicidal despair about his miserable existence, only one remedy, CPR. Think about CPR now with this rubric. They are getting suicidal feeling. They are not going to suicide now. They are feeling suicidal is a feeling, okay? And they are despair about his miserable existence, the way they are going. See, what is the pain of CPR ladies or gents also? I don't say the rubric is for the female or male. I am not in this opinion because I practice openly. Now a man, CPR, how he feels, a man who has whom I have to give CPR. He says that, doctor, I feel, I mean, nobody, I'm doing everything for the home. I'm sitting in the home, I'm trying to help the people. I'm cooking, I'm doing everything. But this is so miserable. I'm in this kind of life. So what is a miserable state for CPR? The CPR is a very responsible, it is not my choice of responsibility. Please understand, CPR helps the people, but this is not by choice, but he has no option. This is the kind of CPR is. I have to take care of my old mother in the home now. CPR man who is living with the old mother now at home. And there is no help is coming. He has to clean the mother. He has to do so many things for the mother. But still he's trying to cope. He's trying to cope, and he's not showing the mother that mother is a burden. But he feels inside that the mother is a burden. She must go away. With this miserable state, she must go. She's suffering so badly. It's better that she should die, because CPI has to help the mother now in this state when no help is coming. And CPI has a problem. My sister is not asking how the mother is. Everybody has left me. They are not asking how is this. So people are not taking responsibility. That's why CPI has to be responsible. And that's why CPI is miserable. Because nobody is taking the responsibility. So I have to take ultimately. Helpless. So what CPI actually wants? CPI likes indifference, lies with eyes closed. Oh, I like that doctor. I should be alone. Leave me alone. No responsibility. Helpless CPI. So CPI is also helpless. But he never shows helpless to anybody. Kindly understand. CPI is in the rubric helplessness. But he never shows it. Why he never shows it? Security. CPI is in the rubric helplessness. So there are many CPI going around you. CPI is helpless, but he never shows it because he is secretive. It is very difficult for you to, only doctor can understand, because CPI shows the helplessness only to the doctor. He can be a man, he can be a woman, he can be a child. Anybody, old person, old lady, old man, they are helpless because but secretive. So CPI always keeps smile like this. Yes, doctor, I'm so tired. It's so difficult, you know. So how you feel? It's very hard, doctor. This is a helpless of CPI is not saying, hello doctor, I'm helpless, but I'm very secretive, so you will never see me. No, CPI doesn't want to show the bad side of the family. So that's why CPI is keeping very nice, like Staphysagria. CPI and Staphysagria, they never like to show secretive. They never like to show their bad part of the family. CPI and Staphysagria, I will show you another rubric. Fear society. CPI and Staphysagria. I'm giving you a quick differentiation because then you are matching the rubric very quickly. Secretive is CPI but not Staphysagria. But they are common in one rubric. Fear, society of his positioning. Fear, society of his position. CPI, Staphysagria. CPI and Staphysagria. Now, what is the situation in this way? we are not worried that coronavirus can die or coronavirus can happen to me now. In my country, I don't know what. In my country, people are not worried that coronavirus is going to kill them. People are worried, I don't want coronavirus. Why you don't want coronavirus? What is the problem? You already have suffered in the life influenza, flu, measles in India, typhoid. You name the problem and we have in India. What is the issue with the coronavirus? Because coronavirus has become a taboo. People will unsocialize me. They will say, oh, you have coronavirus. This family is corrupt. We should not meet this family. Today, just in the newspaper, there was a very good article. And before this newspaper I read, I talked with my wife yesterday that what is happening? This is hypocritic society. What is hypocritic society now? When somebody is getting better and coming out of the hospital, first the hospital is clapping. Very good, you have saved. Okay, I saw this picture. Then people are garlanding him, giving him flower. Okay, very good. Then he enters into the ambulance because he has to go home. Then the ambulance offers the flower. Okay, he reached to the home. Before he entered the home, the society people from the very distance, they clap for him. It looks very nice picture, very nice. But I'm not so nice person. I never think only nice feelings. And after he enters into the house, his own people are scared of him. Wash your this, don't touch this, don't do this. They abandon him. And now, what the people around tell him, the society people, please don't come out of the house. Please stay in the house. It's very nice you come out, but don't come out. I mean, what is this kind of friendship? What is this kind of, that you are praising that he's saved, you're flooring him, but then you are telling him don't come out of the house because you suffer from coronavirus and you don't want to suffer. They suspect him. The moment, even if he steps out of the house, no, go inside. So this is what is happening. It is written. It is written by a person on the newspaper. He got interviewed that I came out of the hospital, I reach home, everybody welcome me, and then they disappear. And now if I want to buy bread, I want to go to the market to buy egg, bread, butter, milk. They tell me, no, you can call by phone. Everything will come home. So we are not the open society. 3 people, CPS, Surface Agri and Veratrum Elbum, are only 3. They are worried about the taboo, not the coronavirus. They are worried that the society will abandon them. They will say that, oh, stay in home, don't go out. They get rejected by the society. So this is another form of people who we can prescribe the remedies. The next rubric is fear of consumption. If anybody can think of this rubric, fear of consumption. How the fear of consumption we can use now? You see that this situation, maybe I use this rubric out of 1 million, 1 person, but I can still use it. It's not the issue. Maybe 10 patients, maybe 1 million. Only 5 remedies. First, I only use the word consumption. I think we have to feel this rubric first. Slowly, in 1.5 months, we feel that the situation which has erupted because of this coronavirus has made us to be isolated, stay in the house, lockdown, is slowly consuming us, is making us, is taking away energy, lack of energy. We feel that we are fatigued, sitting on the sofa for 5 hours, watching Netflix movie. Netflix is consuming us. Slowly, all these facilities which we were using. And now the situation came that I was talking to my daughter and the family yesterday. In the beginning of in the first 10 days, we enjoyed this lockdown. Wow, what a nice family we have. And we started to cook dishes. We went to the YouTube. I also cooked nice dishes, my son, my wife. 10 days was like very enjoyable, like a picnic. We are staying home, ordering something, cooking nice dishes, then washing the dishes, cleaning the house. Because we are used to have maid servant, people are coming to help us. Slowly, 20 days passed. Now after yesterday, we are laughing. Then we lost this passion to cook new things because we cooked everything, whatever we know. And now we have no desire to cook anything. And yesterday we ate the very simple food of the life, which we only give to the patients. The life has come to this level, we lost the passion to eat nice food. Because we ate pizza, lot of time, burger, anything we can order, we cook the kebabs, we make nice dishes, chicken curry, dal, everything we cook so nicely for 25 days. And we think everything will be over. But what happened today now is that yesterday evening, my wife asked me what to eat. I say, I have no clue. Really, I have no clue because we did everything. So I say, cook anything which you like. So we ate the most simple food we only eat when we are sick. So it's like the life has consuming us slowly. So the fear has started to erupt that if this situation remains like this, if we are going to be in the lockdown till 15 June, 15 July, it will consume me. It will take away the whole energy, whole motivation, whole aim. It will consume me. I'm finished, completely finished. So the people are growing now. People are growing slowly. Calcarea calm, who doesn't like to be sit idle. Tarantula, sepia. You give tarantula music. They like music, okay? Ask tarantula now, do you like music after 40 days? He has a lot of music now. And now he's feigning sick. He will feign, oh no, I'm so sick. Oh, help me. Because they are getting violent now. They are throwing the things. They are threatening. Tarantula is the aggressive person now. And they are fear have consumption now. That I fear, doctor, maybe tomorrow I will not get up. Maybe, and especially to those old people who are living alone. This is the most suitable rubric. You know, I'm concerning about different category of the people. I've not mentioned yet children. Maybe in the next part, I will mention the state of the children. How to interview them. Are we going to give even 2 months old child arsenic? Every person arsenic, the born child arsenic? We have to understand why to give, what to give with that, what to do, how to deal with the infants in this state. Okay, they don't know lockdown, but they are staying with the children, school going children who are staying with the parents under their observation, admonition every day. Sit properly. You don't like this. You are poor. You are bad. They're fighting, quarreling, bad relationships happening. So what this coronavirus is consuming or going to consume relationship. It will consume the relationship. It will finish the relationship. It will spoil everything. So the consumption. So the problem is slowly the people start feeling fatigue, loss of sleep, no motivation, and they have started to feel that if fear is a future, if this state is going to stay like this another 3 weeks, I think I'm going to be dead. This state is going to consume me. So how we can use the rubric for Calcarea calm? Calcarea has no sense of duty. But Calcarea calm doesn't like to be idle. I will give you this rubric for Calcarea calm in the further slides. But I'm very focusing on the rubric. Now, next rubric is talk of the town. All the industrialists are talking. All the businessmen. I'm concerned. I'm talking about business. Business talk. I'm concerned about the money. I'm concerned how I'm going to survive. I'm not traveling. I could do many things, but I'm doing nothing. So we are just talking about business. Talking is not about worry. Talking doesn't show, this rubric doesn't show I have a fear. It rubric doesn't show I have anxiety. This rubric is not showing any kind of nervousness. Only talking of business. Very simple term of business. That how much, for example, a patient is calling me. and he asked me how much to pay. And he said that, doctor, in this coronavirus time, I haven't earned any money. And I tell them, friend, I also have not earned money. My money is also gone down. He said, my money is also going down. So who has to compromise me? Compromise. I will compromise or he will compromise. So I asked him, okay, half. Half you compromise, half I compromise. So this is called business talks up. So we both are in the rubric business talks up. One global for me and one for him. So we both are safe. Doctor as well as patient, we both are in this rubric now. Business talks up. For example, bargaining. Bargaining में देखो business talks. Bargaining निकालो, begging निकालो, bargaining निकालो. But जल्दी इसी देर में तो मैंने कहा bargaining. They are patients who are going to bargain with you. Doctor, I have 3 patients in my family. Can you charge for the 2? This is what is happening. This is going to happen. People are short of money. So, bargaining, bryonia, pulse, Cilicia. 4 remedies are bargaining. So, I haven't seen in my 30 years somebody exactly use the word bargaining. Doctor, I want to today, I have come to you to bargain with you. No, they haven't. But they say something like, for example, 4 patients, only 4, they will bargain with you. Is it possible that, doctor, I can give you the money in installment, maybe 20% less? Because you know that I have not earned any money for the last 2 months. Very simple conversation, very simple request from the patient. You see the bryonia is in business talks half, sulfur is in the business talks half, but not pulsatilla and Cilicia. Only 2 remedies, bryonia and sulfur, begging them. Are we going to get the rubric begging? With business talks off. You see here the difference. Now arsenic is begging, but not bargaining. See, this is subtle difference. You want to give arsenic to the genus epidemic. I will just want to hear what the arsenic has to say. He will beg. Doctor, I beg. Do something for me. I'm really I'm really scared. Do something for me. He's begging. But you see that bryonia is not begging. He's only bargaining. Sulfur is not begging, only bargaining. Sulfur will never beg. He will never say, doctor, can you give me discount? He will not say, do me favor. Begging means doing favor entirely. And he can beg to anybody, to the sister, to the brother. Arsenic can call everybody, to the family member. When arsenic needs, he can beg anyone, friend, sister, daughter, brother, no hesitation for arsenic. When arsenic needs something, he can beg to anybody. So begging you can do to anyone. But bargaining you are doing with the doctor or also to the market. So they want some discount. So business talks, a patient is simply talking in the terms of business. And for example, bryonia is telling you, this day the business is so low. You know, doctor, I'm going to the market. I haven't opened the shop for 1 month. So what do you want? No. I just want that this time for 1 month, can you make a discount? Is it possible that I can pay for 1? Now you have to simply come down. It's like we are working on Zoom. So you have to zoom in to the bargaining. 4 remedies, bryonia, pulsatilla, Cilicia, and sulfur. DD, go out immediately. So who is the most emotional here? Pulsatilla. Brainia is not emotional person. Brainia is very mean and properly business-minded person. He is not emotional. Brainia is not emotionally targeting you like Pulsatilla. Pulsatilla is corrupt. Pulsatilla is dishonest, but not Brionia. So this is the subtle differences which I'm trying to do business talks on. Now I'm going to another rubric, anxiety about business. You see the two differences here, anxiety about business and business talks of. That's why I told you in business talks of, I'm not using any terms of anxiety or fear because we have separate rubric, anxiety about business. Now, what are the remedies here which you can see? Arsenic and belladonna in business talks off, but anxiety about business, arsenic is gone. What to do? We have to learn the rubric properly. And we know that arsenic has so much anxiety, but where is the rubric? Where is the anxiety? Is gone of the arsenic. Arsenic is simply talking about business. Because in my practice, I see that when arsenic is sitting in front of me, he never shows anxiety. He never shows anxiety or restlessness to the doctor. He's talking very nicely, very composed in front of the doctor as if there is nothing to worry. He is very composed, very quiet. He doesn't show arsenic that restless. I don't know how it comes to the people or the doctor that arsenic is restless. I haven't seen restlessness arsenic in my clinic directly. I heard about arsenic from the family member that they are restless. It is very clear. But when arsenic is sitting in front of you, he'll never show you his restlessness in front of the doctor. Why? Well says arsenic. Because arsenic is in the rubric, well says he is when very sick. Well says he is when very sick. Arsenic never feels that he is not well. He always feels he's well only when he's not when he's too unwell that he makes noises. Otherwise, arsenic is a very calm and composed patient in my clinic. So that is one thing. And now you see anxiety about business. Let's see, when we see Bryonia here, Bryonia is here. And then we see Cantharis simcifuga, no. And then we see Dorclus and Hyoscyamus, no. And then we see opium phosphorus, opium is there. And then plumbum, stramonium, and sulfur. Sulfur is there. So sulfur, opium, and Bryonia are the only three remedies which are sharing the both rubrics, business talks of and anxiety about business. And the topmost, who is the boss? The boss is Bryonia. Bryonia has the top anxiety. You must always remember that in the situation, when in this situation, I will see not arsenic as a remedy for genus epidemic, maybe I will say Bryonia is the remedy because Bryonia is too anxiety and Bryonia has an anxiety which compels him to come out of the bed, which compel him to work. He must work. Bryonia must compel to work. At present, Bryonia is talking with the colleagues, with the boss, with everybody, looking at the computer, work from home. Who is doing work from home? Mostly Bryonia. They cannot live without it. Even if they are sick, even if they are in the hospital, you ask the doctor what the patient is demanding in the hospital. The doctor says, "Doctor, I'm very astonished. This patient who is so severely sick is asking for his computer." And why is asking for this computer or smartphone? To play the game? No, no way. He wants to be in touch with his colleague. He wants to be in touch with his shop, with his work. He wants to know what is going on. So the doctor says, even he's talked with me about the business. In the morning when the doctor comes for the round, the patient start talking with him. Doctor, what's going on outside? Your shops have opened, the office is open. So you will see that the Bryonia is only talking about business because he has so much anxiety about it. He's not worried about coronavirus. He is suffering, of course. Bryonia is in the rubric fear of suffering. So he will fear suffering because he doesn't want to suffer. But it's not the suffering about the disease. It is the suffering about the business. So what is the need of the Brahmia? My father gave a wonderful rubric. Chooses the fear of suffering, chooses the lesser evil. Fear of suffering chooses the lesser evil. You can only find in my repertory in our book. My father, fear of suffering. Those who are new, maybe. So, Brahmia has to calculate if lying in the hospital is better option or go to the work is the better option. But you will see that the Brahmia is always doing something along with him near the bed. His computer, his smartphone always on, always on. He will only, okay, on means on but silent. That is very particular. The phone is on but on silent. So if you are going to the bedside, this is called bedside prescription. You are going to the patient who is suffering with bryonia with any kind of problem. You are going to meet and you will see that his phone is there. Your attention never goes to the phone. You always look at the patient. Look at the surrounding of the patient, how his TV is on or not, curtain is off or on, how the bed position is. This is called bedside prescriptions. Bedside prescription is you observe that what is in the around the bed, not in the bed. In the bed only patient is there, but around the bed what is there? So in the bedside prescription means you see there is a side, the phone is lying down. So you just simply ask if the phone is on, yes, but it is on silent. Why it is on silent? Why you don't switch off? No, because I only look who is calling me. If it is from a friend, from somebody casual, I don't look at it. I just look. Okay, leave it. But if I see it is from my office, I immediately take it. So 100% sure is bryonia. Because he has anxiety. He cannot live with bryonia, cannot live without business for 1 minute. 1 minute, he cannot live without one. So anxiety, arsenic here. Then we have business worry from the Fatak. Worry and anxiety, but we have different remedies. Acetic acid, bryonia is not here. Very interesting. Causticum, Califos, Lilium teak, Nux vomica, Podophyllum. Now, sometimes when I read the repertory, I have a habit to go through the repertory pages because I only work on the repertory, so I have no other ideas. So I have to gain more ideas. So I have to often read my repertory very well. I have to know the rubric very well. But at least I read. So friend, here you see that in business worry, we have acetic acid, the first remedy, acetic acid. Now, why acetic acid is first thing when it happened that somebody is worrying. So what is the important part when somebody is worrying? When somebody is worrying, you have to ask, you are worrying about what? For example, a patient says, I'm worrying about coronavirus. Worry about what? Worrying about yourself, worry about family, worry about children, worry about work, worry about business, worry about survival, worry about what? So there are many options when a patient is simply telling you that I am worried because of coronavirus. One line he says, but it is not clear the cause of the worry. So we have to first clear from where the worry is coming. The worry is coming from the social position. The worry is coming because he can die. The worry is coming because he has children. No, acetic acid is the only one who has a worry because so anxiety about his children. You see only acetic acid. No, it means that this acetic acid patient has no worry about himself. Only about children. What will happen to my children, doctor, if I die? If I die, my business will go on. If my business is ruined, how my children are going to survive? But why he doesn't think about himself? They have no worry about themselves. Then we have causticum. Another rubric, the golden rubric for me, the first rubric which I have given you, business stocks up. And before that also I given you rubrics which are very predominant at this time. Now cautious, anxious is like it's a state which is carrying on from the very first day the people in India come to know about this virus, and it is spreading also in the globe also, maybe in Israel also. But this rubric is persistent, cautious, anxious. Still the people are asking, can I take something before the coronavirus can hit them or some symptom can appear? Now, why not to think about causticum? In cautious, anxious, we don't have arsenic. But people who are asking for the preventive, but they are not cautious, anxious, arsenic. There are people who are calling, can I take arsenic? But why you want to take arsenic? Because everybody is taking arsenic. Everybody says arsenic is good. Newspaper says arsenic is good. My friends are telling arsenic is good. But what is your own view? Do you think arsenic is good? I don't know. I hear everybody says arsenic is good. Every doctor is giving arsenic. My near doctor, he gave 50 people arsenic. Everybody is gulping arsenic. I choose the rubric for these people. Credulous. They are credulous. They are naive. Two rubric come to my mind. The people who are asking for arsenic, but they have no idea. They are just following the people. So there are two rubrics you can apply: credulous and pulsatilla. So you see, credulous, pulsatilla. Cautious, anxious, and credulous. I give you two rubrics: cautious, anxious. Where pulsatilla? Sometimes the people are credulously asking to give arsenic. Oh, sorry, but they have no idea why to take arsenic. और देखो कौन सी है? So you see here, cautious, anxiously people. It's not they are too worried. No, they are not worried. They are credulous. They are only thinking they are becoming cautious, anxious, because everybody is anxious now. So I have got a call from a doctor. She was treated by me many years ago. And today she called me with the folded hand. She says, can you suggest some medicine for my daughter and as well as for my son-in-law because they have to work? And I hear that arsenic is very good. Or there is another remedy, somebody suggested camphor. Do you think I can take camphor, give my camphor to my everybody? No, sometimes I don't know what to answer. Honestly, I'm not a genius, but I don't know how to answer, how to convince these people. And I said that, how could you believe that this remedy can really help you? She said, that's why I'm calling you. But I'm really worried about it. But I just want to take it because everybody says that there is no harm in taking homeopathic medicine. I say, okay, I agree there is no harm. But why to take a medicine? It is a medicine. Because on one side, the people have a notion now that even taking arsenic, they argue with me. What if I take arsenic? You say homeopathy is no harm. Sure, let me take. So I don't know how to convince the people. If it is a bad publicity, it is a good publicity. What to say to the people? They are teaching me as if I know nothing homeopathy, as if I don't know what is arsenic. And they say, doctor, why you are worried about giving the medicine? Homeopathy is safe. Let me eat it. And then I tell this is not a chocolate that you can eat it. At least respect the doctor. You don't respect me. I'm telling you, you don't need arsenic because I'm talking to you for 10 minutes. You don't seem to be arsenic. Okay, then give whatever you like. But give 1 dose of arsenic also. What is this? I mean, I have no respect. Sometimes I feel this is a thankless job. Close the homeopathy, run away from here, do nothing because arsenic is finished now. Homeopathy is finished with arsenic. So the Pulsatilla and Britacar, they both are frivolous also. If I take the rubric frivolous, people are frivolous. They are talking to me very frivolously. You can add the rubric as much as you like. Repertory is very good. it doesn't make you prejudice. There is a miasmatic remedy. If it has to come, it will come automatically. I don't have to put miasmatic remedy because it is in the rubric or not in the rubric. Caustic is a deep rafting remedy. It will come. It will come. Plus, we have pulsatilla and we have Britacar. So they are frivolous. So people who are asking for arsenic, they could be credulous. They maybe need pulsatilla because pulsatilla is frivolous and credulous because people are telling me to take the remedy, so I also take it. And frivolous attitude, it's not going to harm me. So what's the harm? Let me take it. So people are telling you the remedies that we are in the remedy. Next point. Califos. I have given you about business here, causticum, and now I'm telling about the Califos. Califos is also in the business worries. There is a rubric in Califos and rust talks, two remedies. Death, fear of. First, death, fear of. Then we dissect, make a line. Death, fear of life. Yet, weary of life. They don't want to die, but they are so much worried. They are so much feeling weary of life that they don't want to live. Oh, I'm so tired of living like this, but I don't want to die. So this is a true contrast picture of the remedies. Califos. Usually Califos is here given the remedy in the classical word, sleep and for weakness of the nerves. So it means that the people who are suffering from coronavirus, they can, as I told you, the people who are going to suffer from sleep, loss of sleep, or also from the loss of vitality, loss of nerves issue, weakness, Califos is the choice. But I will only give Califos when they say we have a business worry. Maybe we have never thought that Califos in this rubric, death, fear of, yet weary of life. So just by adding this rubric can make you unprejudiced that, okay, if somebody wants energy, vitality, lack of sleep, Califos is not the remedy. As a tonic only the people consume Califos, bottles and bottles and bottles, Califos 6x, Califos 6x, they are consuming. I never given, in my 32 years, never given Califos directly like this. Then we also rust talk. We will talk later about rust talks also. So next. Please let me know if you are really weary of tired or fatigued because of my lecture, because I can speak, blah, 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 blah. So I have no problem, but I don't want to make you sick or feel tired and you say, oh, next time no lecture. So you still have enough energy to listen to me? Yes, you can do like this so I can see that you have energy or no power. You have energy, or shall I say goodbye? You have? So, okay. Lilium tick. Very good remedy for this condition, Lilium tick. First rubric I will give to the rubric person who is in the hospital. I think this condition is very good for Lilium tick. Will muscle refuses to obey the will when attention is turned away. They have no will because they want to get up. In the mind, they want to do something, but they are in the help, they are in the hospital, they are so weak, muscles, no protein, no energy is left because this virus has the problem with the protein. They have no muscle problem, they are not able to lift. Another rubric which is very good for Lilium tick, given in the Nar repertory, never used by Kent, Honeyman, Boening, Hassan, nobody. Delusion, disease incurable, cut. Separate. Next part. She has some organic disease nobody understands. Now, what is organic disease is the term used to describe any health condition in which there is an observable and measurable disease process such as inflammation or tissue damage. So you can see physically also that Lilium tick is a good remedy for this. Because of this alone, there is only, I have given the rubric where the patient who he has a fear of suffering, a lot of fear of suffering in Lilium tick. But he likes, Lilium tick is like entertainment. He likes entertainment. So what is the condition of Lilium tick? Lilium tick is lying like this, listless, no energy, nothing is working, completely gone, as if he's dead completely. But suddenly somebody says, Do you want to watch TV? There is a good serial is coming. Oh yes, this is Lilium Tick. And the people around them are amazed. They say that he was like a dead person, like a dead. And the moment we say that, oh, there is something very nice on the Netflix is coming or something, why he just get, oh, really? And the energy comes from where we don't know. So there are people who are like us, who Lilium Tick. Then we have Nakswamika. Why Nakswamika has a business worry? Nakswamika also has a anxiety business maybe. You see, in business, we don't have Nakswamika. In anxiety about business, we have Nakswamika. Please keep in mind, Nakswamika, one of the favorite remedy. Nothing is favorite, but I'm just telling you because. Why Nakswamika has to worry? What the problem? Nakswamika is a very positive person. Very positive person. But the problem with Nakswamika is he is poor. And you see the interesting part. Brahnya is not poor. So when Brahnya is not poor, why he is worried? Why he has anxiety about business? Why he is worried about business when he is not poor? This is how the interesting part of the rubrics. You see, in one rubric, one medicine is there. When the next rubric, the medicine is disappear. So who worry about the business? Who is poor? It means Brahnya is not a poor person, but he thinks he has a fear of poverty. Brahnya is fear of poverty. That's why he has to work so hard. Nakswamika is poor, and he feels that he cannot. It is not possible because of the problem that he could work further because he is poor. He has less money. So you see here Nakswamika here as a poor rubric, and the next rubric is fear of poverty. You see here fear of poverty. Brahnya is there in fear of poverty as well as Nakswamika. I will send all the slides to Ronan, and Ronan will distribute to all of you. So even if you don't write in this coronavirus, I'm trying to be generous with you. I give you all these slides and you can learn if you like to. But if you don't like, don't ask Ronan to give you. So Ronan will give you the slide who will need, or who has a fear of poverty, or who has a delusion poor. Maybe somebody has a delusion poor, they will get all these slides. I will send that to Ronan to all these slides. So Ronan will give it. Podophyllum. I'm giving you the medicine which you see the podophyllum only the remedy for the diarrhea for the children. But do you think the children will come and say that I have a death delusion, I have a business worry, painless diarrhea? But podophyllum is the rubric delusion sick that he was going to be. This is the beauty of the repertory, that it will lead you to the remedies which you never can think about the situation unless you only are focusing on the physical problem. Even in the physical problem, if the patient is coming with painless diarrhea and he has a diarrhea, watery diarrhea, podophyllum, so they are worried that he was going to be sick. That then he was not able, then how is he going to do the business? Because the vitality will go. He will lose everything. That's why my father used to say that the repertory has a gem of the rubric. Podophyllum. Very nice. I come to the rubric, carry desire to be over shoulder. This rubric actually we are using for the children. But this rubric has caught my attention recently. Maybe 4 days ago, I think. Not directly. I never could think about this rubric. It just came because I was watching a news channel. And in this news channel, this news person was interviewing the factory owners. He visited 3 or 4 factory owners and asked them, what do you see the future How do you think, because the labor, the people who are labor in our country, they are running away from the urban area. They are going back to the villages. So how the factories are going to survive because without the labor? So the interesting point, the 3-4 factory people, they are telling, I'm not sure whether this rubric could, I think it could suit. So he asked that, what do you think could be done for you? The government think of you, for you industry people, for the people who has no business, they have not done any business for 40 days, they have no orders, nothing is there. So three of them, I listen, they say that we want the government to give us money, maybe say $5 billion, $4 billion, and forget about it. The government give us money in a charity, but not to, or even if the government give the money, but don't charge the interest for 3 years. And I was thinking, what is this in the mind of the government? Give the money, but don't charge the interest, and or the government show some kind of sympathy to them or affection to them, that they will say that, oh, we are with you. And then when I was just preparing this slide for depression, I was thinking, when I reached to the podophyllum, it is just like carry desire to be over shoulder. Now, this is not a shoulder, this is government shoulder. So what he actually wanted, that the government should take me on the shoulder and carry me for 3 years without the loan, only on the loan, and not to charge any interest. So it is very good for us. So it is like a child. He was talking like a government is like a mother to give incentive so that I can bring worker, or the government give food, or government give shelter to my or give me some scope. So they may be, I'm just thinking in a broader sense that we can see that the children, how we see children when they are not children, when the children are not well, either they are on the lap or they are lying in the bed, they want mother, they are on the breast of the mother like this, or they must be on the shoulder. But have you ever thought what they get from the shoulder when the child face is here on the mother and the mother is doing little bit tilt? When the mother is carrying, you will see often, very often you will see when the child is here, you will rarely see the mother is like this. You will see that the mother is also a little bit tilting the head towards the child and they are touching each other. Are you getting my point? This is a kind of affection on the shoulder, but not on the breast. So what is this for the child? This is security for the child. This is where he gets the milk. Security, food. This area is food. Security. He likes this area. But this area is something like a companion, like somebody who have affection. So it means that when you are talking that like a doctor, so the patient wants that I have come to you because I want that you should carry me over the shoulder, like take me like this as a child and help me, give me something. So he likes this kind of a touch over the shoulder. So we are not able to limit this rubric only to the children. We can bring in the broader sense. Maybe some people will not agree or agree, I don't know. But this is how I work when I make a rubric. I can make a broader sense that how I can bring this idea that what is shoulder. Shoulder is where you carry the responsibility. You say, we often use the word shoulder, that I'm carrying so much burden on my shoulder. Everybody is on my shoulder. How long I can take the responsibility over my shoulder? But people like the shoulder. People like your mother, your family member, they like the shoulder. When you are depressed, you like somebody gives you shoulder and you put your head, and other person is also doing like this. So when somebody is putting your head here, automatically my head goes and tilts like this automatically. But if I'm not doing this, it means I don't want this person to be on my shoulder. Then I say, okay, calm down. But if I really like also that I want to carry the person on the shoulder, then my face tilt. So it means these people, Sina, podophyllum, and sternum, they know which shoulder they want. It's not every shoulder. So there is a rubric also in podophyllum. And arsenic. Now you see arsenic is coming. Delusion, very sick. But arsenic also has the rubric delusion, well he is. But also I'm here, delusion, sick, very. One thing which I have told many times also in Israel in the seminar, a remedy has two sides of the coin. It means you can never finish the remedy with one side of the coin. There are two sides of the coin. One is very nice. So arsenic on one side says, I'm well, delusion well he is. On the other side, he is very sick. How it is possible that two things at a time, but they are at a time. The last for the today is Sorainum. Sorainum has business worry, though prosperous. Like Bryonia. Bryonia and Sorainum, they have no short of money. Bryonia, attendant, people, family member, they don't know why he's so much worried. The Bryonia attendant or the Sorainum people, they say that he has enough money. They don't need to worry. But Sorainum is the only remedy which is not satisfying. Sorainum is the only remedy which never satisfies, even if the remedy is working. For example, you are treating a patient and you haven't given the Sorainum, and you see that he is getting relief, but he is not satisfied. He said, Doctor, it's too slow. Of course, there is relief, but it's too slow to my expectations. It's not I'm asking about you to hurry up, but I want that there has to be some addition. There has to be some addition in the relief. But last week there was 20% relief. This week maybe 21% and 22% relief. I can say this is a relief, but this is not the kind of relief which I have come to you. I'm not asking that you give me 40% immediately, carry desire to fast. But I'm also not satisfied with the slow pace of relief. Think of Sorainum. So Sorainum is the one who worries, though he is prosperous. So relief is coming to the Sorainum, but he is not satisfied. There is a rubric for Sorainum. Despair. Conversation, okay? So you see, only Sorainum is the remedy here. Keep in the mind Sorainum. See now, I don't know what is miasmatic. I don't know what is nosode. Automatically, if somebody needs a remedy from nosode, if somebody needs a remedy from miasm, if somebody needs a remedy from plant kingdom, animal kingdom, whatever kingdom, it doesn't matter. Automatically, mind will bring the remedy from the rubric. I don't have to think that this patient is plant, animal, or which kingdom. No, I just choose a rubric. I think about the patient. Automatically, the medicine will come. If he needs plant, plant will come. He needs animal, animal will come. So I have to only think the rubric. So you see, Sorainum is coming. So Sorainum is a deep acting or short acting. I have no idea. But I give immediately Sorainum to the just simply listening that he is not satisfied. So we are back or not back? So friend, I leave you now, and I hope that I did not bore you, or maybe I'm not entertaining, but possibly you have given me time for 2 hours. It's a long time I have spoken with you, and I'm not saying that this is my expert enough for.
Thank you very much, Yogesh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
It
so
was
much.
great.
So,
you very
if you, yeah,
Thank you very much. Yogesh, it was great.
Thank
It
you.
was
It was great.
delightful. Thank you.
Let me see everybody.
Thank you for time.
very much.
Very,
Yeah,
very
if you
good.
have-
Thank you.
Okay. If you have any suggestion, for the next, this is part one. If I have a time for the next time, I will take the part 2. This is not yet finished. I have more options for this situation. This is part 1. We have part 2 also. I have prepared part 3 also. So if you have anything, any suggestion, anything, any word, please leave your message on WhatsApp group or with Ronan, and you will get the slide as soon as possible. I'm sending to Ronan. Ronan, these slides which I have shown you, and you can study yourself. You can go yourself. So I don't want to offend anybody. You are free to choose the remedy which you like to do it in practice. But this is only my own opinion, my humble opinion and suggestions that how I'm going to deal with the patient who are coming to my practice. And I'm definitely going to deal with the patient like this. Definitely 100%. I have never given arsenic to anybody yet. But of course, yesterday I gave arsenic to a patient because she was arsenic for me for the last 10 years. Last 10 years, she's only treated by me, only one remedy, arsenic. Once a year or once or twice a year or once in 2 years, she contacts me when she has a problem. And yesterday she called me because she feels she's getting affected because of this situation. She's getting irritated, same breath, same feeling. I told her, I know your remedy. 10 years you are my patient. Don't worry. Send your driver. I gave her arsenic. Potency. I have given her last potency 2 years ago. I just gave her next potency of arsenic. So this is my first patient with arsenic because now my work is going to start. Now I'm alive. Because homeopathy alive now. 1.5 years we were in hibernal. We were sleeping. We had no work. Now the work is coming to us. This is what I feel. And I'm also telling my student, now this is our time to grow now. But we need our weapon very sharply. With this, I take your permission. Thank you very much. Hope to see you soon live also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
תודה רבה.
תודה רבה, היה מעולה. תודה.
ממש.
היה ממש טוב. היה תענוג.
תודה רבה.
תודה רבה, היה נהדר, תודה רבה. תודה.